Nathaniel Crawford here, broker of Black Luxury Realty here in sunny South Florida, and I am in one of my favorite places right now, downtown Fort Lauderdale, right across one of my favorite restaurants, Del Frisco's. But today I want to share some interesting insights that I got years ago. A story I tell to a lot of colleagues, friends, new agents from the billionaire Robert F. Smith. And he said these things in the keynote. You know, I like to talk like he said them directly to me, but I was in the audience when he said them, so I guess technically he was saying them to me. That's what we're gonna go with. So during this keynote, which was at what is now known as the Turnberry Resort in Aventura. At the time, I believe it was still a Fairmont resort back then. So he shares some pretty cool nuggets, and I'll share a couple of those nuggets with you today. One of the interesting things that he said I thought was pretty cool was, don't give me your business card or we're not going to do business. You know, there are a lot of times we as professionals tend to go places and treat our business cards, treat our contact information like they're flyers, and that's not the case. You know, there's value in your service, and if there's value in your service, you should make sure that you can offer that value to whomever you're handing a card to, or for that matter, whomever you're taking a card from. So something to be mindful of there. One of the other things that he made a comment about during the keynote was he made a comment about the amount of money that the kids were coming out of college, were relatively recent graduates, but they would come to his brokerage, his private equity firm. They would come to Vista, and these guys were doing pretty well. They're doing mid-six figures. And he said the reason why they were doing so well, or one of the reasons why, obviously these are incredibly smart people, is, he operated his office on the one riot, one ranger theory, which at the time I had no idea what that was. So he referenced, back during the days of the Texas Rangers, as many of us know Walker Texas Ranger, but that's not the Ranger we're talking about here. During the days of Texas Rangers, whenever there was a disturbance at the border, they only sent one ranger, no matter what the size of that disturbance was. They only sent one ranger. And why was that? That was because no matter what the disturbance was, all of the rangers had been trained to deal with whatever that disturbance was. So it only took one. When you are trained appropriately, you are trained to handle whatever obstacles you may come upon, if you're trained appropriately. So as business owners, as mentors, as mentees, you want to make sure that you're training people appropriately and that you're being trained appropriately. Okay? But the best part or one of the best parts, I should say, of his keynote was towards the end. There were a couple guys that I think they were jokingly heckling him, and they kept saying stuff about fly fishing. And he made the comment that, it's a little warm out here, y'all. He made the comment that he was leaving there and he was going to a location in South America that was accessible only by helicopter to go fly fishing. So, well, why would you be doing that? And he said, and I quote, "All of my millionaire friends play golf, but all of my billionaire friends fly fish." The reason this has stuck with me for so long is because at that time, at least according to the media, Robert F. Smith was not a billionaire. He was very wealthy, he was very successful, but he was not a billionaire. But as the multimillionaire guy he was doing what billionaires did and became a billionaire. He was modeling the behavior of someone who had what he was trying to achieve, and here we are years later, and he has achieved that. There's something to be said for paying attention when someone has something that you are trying to get, when someone has something that you are trying to achieve. Listening to what they do is incredibly important. Taking that advice from them is incredibly important. But also watching what they do is incredibly important. Understanding that half of what you learn is what you see. Success leaves clues. You gotta pay attention to that. So, on that note, my advice to you, other than you need to go learn how to fly fish, which if you are in the market for fly fishing, I have personally visited Robert F. Smith's Lincoln Hills fly fishing resort out in Colorado. It is magnificent. I learned how to fly fish there, which is really cool. I'll put links to the pictures in the description below. It's an awesome place. Met some amazing people out there too. So you should go learn how to fly fish. But in addition to doing that, figure out where you're trying to go, get clarity on that, find people who are already there and talk to them. Ask them how you can get there. More importantly, see what they're doing. All right? I am here to help you achieve your real estate goals as an agent, as a broker. I'm here to help. Let's talk soon, and let's go fly fishing.